It's coming up off our right now. Yes, second. Okay. Hello, Katie. Yeah. I'm sorry, Katie. Hey, Katie. I'm sorry. We're just trying to get our are following breaking news out of the Upper East Side. A fire on the roof of a building. This is East 95th Street between 2nd and 1st Avenue. Fire broke out just a short time ago. You can see all the firefighters up on the roof of the building. There's still smoke coming out of multiple different places. We are also still seeing some visible flames at times. Again, the fire department is on the roof of the building. This is a 3-alarm fire. At this point, no injuries have been reported. We can tell you there has been a large fire department response to the area. 95th Street closed off between 2nd and 1st Avenues. The fire itself being closer to 2nd Avenue. The building appears to be a 6-story building. And again, at this point, the fire appears to be contained to the roof of the building. Firefighters still making efforts to get this under control. It's unclear yet what the cause of the fire may be. And again, they're still in the process of trying to get this fire out. It's not officially under control at this point, so it'll be some time once they can get the fire itself put out, do an investigation as to the exact cause of the fire. And again, just to recap, this is 95th Street, close to 2nd Avenue, between 1st and 2nd Avenues. Fire on the roof of a building, a 6-story building. At this point, no injuries have been reported. Stay with us. We'll have updates on this situation throughout the day. This is Jim Smith, CBS News, New York. Street, Manhattan. Fire between 1st and 2nd Avenues on the roof of a building. The fire closer to 2nd Avenue. That entire block is shut down with the fire department response. We can see smoke and at times still flames coming through a portion of the roof. Many firefighters up there trying to get the situation under control. This has been a large response by the fire department, currently treating it as a 3-alarm fire. At this point, no injuries have been reported, and the cause of the fire is still not exactly known. As you can see, firefighters are still trying to get this fire extinguished, and therefore moving on to an investigation after that. We will be following the situation. We'll have updates throughout the day on this coming up in just a few minutes. Now, this is Jim Smith, CBS News, New York. joining us. We are following breaking news out of 95th Street, Manhattan. A fire on the roof of a building between 1st and 2nd Avenues. We can see firefighters up on the roof still trying to get this fire extinguished. There has been smoke and at times flames coming through a portion of the roof. It doesn't appear in the last few minutes most of the flames
I was just doing work and I felt the explosion and I thought it was something outside, so I looked through the window and I thought it was coming from the top floor, and from then on I grabbed immediate personal belongings and just ran out, and then we noticed that the fire was coming from the roof of the left side, and I mean I've just been out here since.
So when you heard that explode, what did it sound like?
Like a big boom. It was like a deep boom. And the whole building, at least on my side of the building, which was the left side, I felt the entire building shake.
So you just got up and ran at that point?
Yeah, once I saw the fire or the smoke was coming from our building itself, I thought it could have been like across the street or something. I grabbed my things and just immediately ran down the stairs.
What floor is your apartment on?
I'm on the 5th floor out of 6.
Yeah. So do you know if your apartment's okay? Or?
I don't. I can see right now that they've got a hose going into my window, so I'm assuming that's just for them to get to the top floor, but I don't know if my stuff's okay.
Yeah, you grab whatever you could, I guess.
Yeah.
The best thing is you're okay.
Yeah, right? At the end of the day, my life is what matters. That's right.
What's your name?
My name is Guy. G-U-I.
And last name?
Avelar. A-V-E-L-L-A-R.
How long you living here?
This is my 3rd year. Yeah.
All right. Let's bring us up. You got a minute.
We're gonna be moving, Dave, so.
Don't worry about the light then.
All right, hi everyone, welcome to Newsroom Live. We are just going to go through some breaking news right now and also some top stories of the day, but we want to start with Richard Giacobis, who was at a fire on the Upper East Side, 95th Street, 305 East 95th Street. It's a residential fire, and we just want to take our Richard Giacobis and get an update on what's going on out there. Hi, Richard.
Hey Liv, this fire is up to 3 alarms and it is far from being under control. That's according to firefighters and fire communicators here on the scene. It's a really big scene too, so I want to take you through it a little bit right now. This is a residential building here on 95th between 1st and 2nd. Mostly duplexes inside that building. Who knew? But I found that out. Very dangerous fighting this fire more than a regular fire in a building like this. Here's why. Think about it. If you have 2 floors and you're inside that building and a fire starts in the living room, firefighters have to potentially try to get down, but heat rises. So they're trying to get down to the fire while the fire is coming up at them. That just makes it so much harder to navigate. And you see coming out of those windows, Andrew, you could show them, those called, I was learning this, a bottle stretch, where these hoses come in and out of the windows. It's an easier, faster way to fight those flames instead of trying to take that hose and wrap it up the stairwells and get it into those apartments. So now I'm going to take you over here. Andrew, come down from there, so we could show all of these firefighters here. They're basically here waiting. This is part of their communications team to see if they're needed inside that building. Right now they're not, but they're waiting. When it's 3 alarms, there's a metric system where all these firefighters, see some coming out of that building now. These look like firefighters who have actually been in one of those apartments trying to put those flames out. I did speak to someone who owns an apartment inside this building. He's lived here for a few years. He said he was working from home today, and it was just before 10 o'clock this morning when he heard this loud explosion. He said part of his building began to shake. He grabbed as much as he could, and he ran out. Once he looked out the window, he saw the smoke start, and now he's watching firefighters, because he knows which apartment is his. He's watching them break through the windows. He sees water coming out of his apartment, and he's wondering if his belongings are okay. That's just a little bit of it here. So it's in progress. It's up to 3 alarms. There's a huge police presence. Most of 2nd Avenue and 1st Avenue are closed off at this hour. It's hard to navigate around here. It's watching the faces of those who own or renting an apartment in this building. They just look like the world has just collapsed from their faces today. You watch them just look up and hope and pray that somehow they're saved. There's no knowing that yet. This fire is still not under control. So we're going to keep watching it. Can I take them there? Can I just show you guys just how deep this goes? Because you're looking at fire truck after fire truck spilling onto 2nd Avenue. That's just one direction. It's the same on the other direction. So it looks like there's a lot of waiting around, but there's a ton of firefighters first responders inside that building, on the roof of that building, still attempting to put this out. We'll go back up and show them. And I don't know, Andrew, how steady we can get there. If you want to show them that little hole that we were looking at, it almost looks like, I'm not sure if they cut through that apartment building roof or that ceiling there, or did it burn? But from our vantage point there, just beyond that curtain, you could see there's just a little hole and a little something moving there too. It looks like firefighters are actively trying to either get in that apartment or that apartment was burned through. It's hard to tell from this point, but you know, these are the things that people look for when they have to exit a building really quickly, grab whatever they can and just hope that their apartment is okay. But you know, when you're waiting outside here, you know which window is yours, and that's the scary part about it. So they're going to still fight this fire. Right now, it's up to 3 alarms. The FDNY not saying if they're going to expand that call tonight. Fire is still not under control. They're going to have an update for us, and of course, we're going to keep you updated. But again, 3-alarm fire here on East 95th between 1st and 2nd at this 305 building, mostly duplexes in there. It's a lot harder to fight a fire in a duplex because of the 2 floors, trying to figure out where it's going, where those firefighters are moving up and down. And that's what's so challenging, and probably why they haven't been able to put it out at this point. Liv, we'll go back to you.
All right, thank you, Richard. Hopefully they can continue working on that fire. All right, so some other stories we're working on today. We have Richard's also going to talk about the Putin-Trump summit later for our 5 and 6 p.m. show. We have Jody Goldberg out on Long Island working on a school cell phone ban, and Morgan Mackay working on the mayor's race. So those are some things that will come up later in our show, the 5 and 6 evening news. All right, so let's talk now about the weather outside. Let's talk about our forecast for our Friday going into the weekend and what we have going on. Today's actually going to be a really nice day, clear skies. We have a mix of some clouds tomorrow, but for the most part, our Saturday is expected to be dry. Same thing for our Sunday. The only thing that could ruin our Sunday is perhaps a spot shower or thunderstorm for the later half of the day, Sunday night. But plenty of sunshine today, and it's not going to be as humid as yesterday. If you've been outside already, you've probably been able to tell it feels a bit cooler, even though temperatures aren't dropping that much. It's not going to be as humid, those dew point temperatures dropping into the 50s instead of 60s and 70s where they were yesterday. Now, it does get more humid again Saturday and Sunday, especially Sunday. That day is going to be a bit more hot and humid. But right now, 81 degrees, plenty of sunshine, some light winds, 9 miles per hour. Relative humidity is not too high, 44%. I can't see those dew point temperatures, but I know they're in the 50s. If you're out on Long Island, 84 degrees right now, 80 for Hartford. We have 79 for Poughkeepsie and down the shore in New Jersey. Meanwhile, 85 for Newark and 80 out for East Hampton. Satellite radar has been clear this morning. There's our Statue of Liberty, which she looks a lot better compared to some of our recent weeks. We've had so many air quality alerts, and we've been dealing with smoke and haze, but not today. Our air quality is fine. Should be for the next couple of days. Our satellite radar showing clear skies. We did have a few showers in the tri-state last night, but that is not the same for today. And our Saturday is going to be nice and enjoyable. You can make those outdoor plans for your Friday evening and your Saturday evening. Sunday, same thing, but it's just going to be more uncomfortable. On our Futurecast, you see a few little showers that look like they could pop up Saturday night in some areas around the tri-state, but I don't think that's really going to be the case. It's mainly in Pennsylvania, and it was showing a couple green dots over Connecticut, but I think we have a dry weekend. Sunday, nighttime shower threat, same thing for Monday, but it's a bit more mild for our next week in the mid to upper 70s and low 80s. Still going to be a warm one, but a little bit better. Haven't looked at those dew point temperatures yet, but like I said earlier, today is going to be nice and comfortable. Tomorrow will be pretty nice at dew point temperature at 57, so it doesn't start to feel humid till we're in those mid to upper 60s. And then our Saturday is going to be nice, a little bit warmer, a little bit more humid, but doesn't really kick back up until Sunday. Then we get into the upper 80s or even a high of 90 degrees for our Sunday. So let's look at those current temperatures again around the tri-state. 81 degrees in New York. We have 84 out on Long Island. Most of us in the mid to upper 70s or low 80s. And haven't had really even a cloud in the sky for our Friday morning. It's going to be a really nice day, really nice Saturday. I'm excited for this evening and all the outdoor plans tomorrow. Sunday, not completely ideal, but also not too bad. Even on our larger satellite radar, see, we don't have much of a threat around the area at all. New England looks pretty clear, New York State looks clear, and we have Pennsylvania as well. And usually if we do have any sort of system, it's moving from west to east, so we have an idea of it before it gets here, and we see it crossing through Pennsylvania and then New Jersey, but not so much today. We're looking at great conditions for your Friday, Saturday, and pretty much your Sunday, and then, as I said earlier, more mild next week. So that's a look at your forecast. We are going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more.
Yeah, if we're able to do that, yes.
Well, there you are. You're watching live. That was where the fire is taking place. Richard Giacobbe is there covering it. Richard will have a report come the noon. And as you heard from Liv, I'm here to talk a little sports with you. You know, big weekend for the NBA and the NFL. It's not the NBA, the NFL. And Jets Giants. Okay, Jets Giants. Let's look right now. You can take the video.
Yeah.
All right, Jets going in. Everything centers around Justin Fields. That's what people are going to be watching. Justin Fields needs to be the guy who's going to lead the Jets to the promised land. I don't know if he will. This is his strength. As you saw last week, he runs and runs and runs. He can run for touchdowns. That is